talk about some of the pros and cons of having a really active imagination. Pro number 1. You can always manifest your way into or out of anything that you want. Con. If you don't know how to use this power, it can be really overwhelming and really challenging to deal with what comes. Pro number 2. You can live in your own world and it's really fun. Con. People think you're crazy. They have no idea what's going on and they feel concerned sometimes. Pro. You connect with people, beings in a different way than most other beings do. Like children. You can relate to children. Con. People think you're a child. Pro. You can be a professional in almost any field because your ability to adapt with the way that your mind acts and the way that your body responds to things, it's like you're invincible. Con. You get bored really easily. So working in any field, well, it is probably empowering to think about that. It's like kind of overwhelming to figure out what you actually want to do. Pro, you experience things to a fuller extent than most beings, people, not beings, people. Con. Sometimes you have no idea what's going on in your experience. Pro. You're an extremely expressive being. Con. Expressing yourself in a healthy way can sometimes be really challenging. So I'm gonna tell a little story now about what's been going on with me today. I really want to eat this salad though. It looks really yummy. It's the second salad I've had today. Started my workout routine. I'm gonna lose 5 pounds and get a 6-pack again. Halfway through today, I got a phone call from this random number. And I was like, oh, random number, I'm so curious. I want to know what's happening, who this is. So I call the number back, and it's a police department. I'm like, okay, I hang up. I'm like, I don't want to talk to the police. Why am I calling this number back? Then I call the number back again. Try to get through to somebody, nobody answers. I was like, oh my gosh. Then I'm like going through, like, my mind is like going and going, and it's like, what's happening? Like, why are the police calling you? Where is this police department at? Blah 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 blah. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna handle it? Like, so I went through this like whole range of experiences related to this one phone call that may or may not have anything to do with me. I'm like, so it's this county that's like kind of close to the county I'm in, but anyways, I'm like, oh my gosh, did the laws change? Can they pick people up from different counties because they know where they are and they like run their plates and they're like tracking me and they like know where my phone is and they're gonna come and get me. And it's gonna be inconvenient. I mean, I do kind of want to get arrested, so I was like, oh, it's not so bad if I get arrested, but not this week. In July. I can get arrested in July. So then I was like, oh, well, I'll just deal with it when I get back from out of town, because I have to go out of town for a few weeks. And then I was like, nope, I'm calling now. I need to figure out what's going on. What is wrong with this? So I called the number, and they're like, I was like, somebody called me from this number. They're like, do you know who called you? I'm like, no. And I started recording the call because I was like, oh my gosh, if I criminalize myself, or in whatever it is when you like get in trouble because you told on yourself, like that is how I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get interrogated, and they're gonna twist my words in some way, just like that group did yesterday on Facebook. Just like, wow, there's so many things about our system that make it not about serving the people, that I'm just like, wow, I don't even like know where to begin with figuring out what is happening with this. And so I was like, okay. Then I started making my food, and I was like, I realized that this is my imagination, like going on this trying to like process like all of these stories that have been associated with phone calls, and with police, and with right and wrong, and with obedience, and with following directions. Like, I don't particularly think anything I do is wrong, or else I wouldn't be doing it. But a lot of the things that I do are wrong according to like the dominant culture. So for example, I pee outside almost every single day, usually in public. People can't tell unless they actually really think about what I'm doing. I wear skirts, and I don't wear underwear, so I just pee wherever I want, okay? Guys get to do it, why can't women do it? Anyways, that's something that I don't particularly think is wrong, but it's probably wrong to a lot of people. Not wearing a skirt today, so I guess I can't pee outside anywhere today. Another thing I do that people think is wrong is I like to collect things. I like to pick up things off the side of the road and make it into stuff. So if you notice, I have all this stuff. This was all free. I didn't like ask to pick up people's trash. Okay. I like to drive fast. I don't leash my dogs. I leave my dogs in my car when I go places. What are all the other things that I could get in trouble for? That's not even counting like the things that I think I'm gonna get in trouble for. Those are just the things I know I do. Now, I have this like idea that maybe somebody stole my identity. The cops are gonna be like, oh, we found your ID. This person's, because like my identity was stolen at the beginning of the year, and like they were gonna be like, oh, we found your ID and somebody's been using it to do this, that, and we got it back for you. And I would be like, oh, it's a success story. I'm like, no, cops don't care about that shit. Cops do not do that. That's like imagination land. That's like what we tell kids that cops do because we want kids to respect cops and not get in trouble. Okay, what else do I do that's legal? That is illegal or considered illegal. I flirt with the idea of having sex for money. So a lot of people think I'm a sex worker. Like, a lot of people think I'm a prostitute. And it's actually interesting because the only people I've accepted money from for sex are my romantic partners. So it's like, are they paying me to have sex with them? Or are they paying me to pay my bills? The other thing that people could maybe think that I'm doing something wrong about is how much shit I talk. How like nasty I can be when I use my voice sometimes, and how like rude I can be. I mean, that's wrong, but is that illegal? And that's like the thing. It's like these things are like, I don't know. They're illegal somehow. That's how the law works, is it works to favor the people that are part of it somehow. I tend to try to stay away from it as much as possible. That being said, I do want to go to jail. I really do want to go to jail. And I want to go to jail in a time that's convenient for me, not right now. I have all this stuff I have to process. Though I did get to a point where I can fit everything in my truck again, so if they do, or when they do actually officially kick me out, they've been threatening to kick me out for like 4 months now, I have the space to do that. Now it's gonna take me like, I don't know, 4 hours to actually pack up, so I really need to condense some stuff down some more. I thought about hiding some of my firewood at one of the places I'm going camping next month, so that I could get it. But I don't think it's quality enough to do all of that. I really need to like, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's a good point. I need to figure out the volume of stuff and like organize it a little better. Cause like I have this tote, I have space. I just have to like organize it a little bit. I've been trying to get rid of stuff. I've been trying not to hoard stuff. So if you want to buy smudge sticks from me, you can buy them, and they're a really good deal because I'm gonna have like 300 of them. So anyways, I'm hungry, and I also have a meeting tonight to go to for my business, and I'm excited about that. I'm also really nervous right now, so hopefully everything's gonna be fine and I won't go to jail anytime soon. Maybe not this month, just in June. I mean July. In July. Maybe end of June, early July. Let's go to jail then. See you there!